What's going on around here? What's going on around here? Why you stop playing? I don't understand what's going on around here. These new sectors, we would still be in a recession, or does this 2, 3, 2?
Did I be that?
So
between the changes of the base year and the creation of new sectors, that is how they get the 1.1% growth.
So they had to
doctor the books.
Tailor the books.
Yep.
To get 1.1%?
1.1%
growth.
Yep.
By your analysis, after 3 quarters of decline, are we still in a recession?
Well, then when I say now the 1.1%, that suggests them on the recovery path. But we'll wait to see what is going to happen in the second quarter. Because what we saw is that this quarter was filled with instability. A lot of companies then that report either made losses or significant declines in profitability. We see the Bank of Jamaica struggling dollar still closed at $160.60 yesterday, despite the heavy central bank intervention and all of those things.
How much did the central bank spend on the dollar this week?
Well, last week they spent $110 million. So since the start of this year, they've done $580 million US. And they map up and they map up 130 billion Jamaican dollars.
But we're sure I was asking how much they spent this week. We know they spent what? 45 million Monday?
Yeah, man. Them never go back in the US dollars. Them map up some 42 billion in CDs. Jamaican dollars.
And they spend 45
well, I think one of the people have to understand, bro, a two-way them intervene, Them either go in at the reserves and use US dollars or then take out Jamaican dollars out of the system.
So people have less money to buy the US dollars.
People have less money to buy, yeah.
Now, the whole thing about doctoring these books, Ralston, when you go back, is it that we are going to just keep this base year of 2015? Was it a wise idea, though, to move the base year from 2007 to 2015?
Well, I believe that if you are going to do that, you can't just do that suddenly, so because it's a distort the thing. So it's a distortion we get, you can't just do it, so.
How should it have been done?
Well, them should have wait until the end of a party, just give the people them notice and say, at the end of the fiscal year, this is what we're going to do. Or at the end of the calendar year, this is what we're going to do. You can't just come sudden when the economy is in a slump, because everybody must get suspicious. The economy is in a slump, and you just come 2 days before you announce the GDP for the next quarter and say, by the way, we'll make some changes.
So would it be fair then for me to assume, and people, I'm not making an ass of myself and you, but I'm going to assume, would it be fair to assume that Statin submit their findings to the Ministry of Finance, showing that we have another decline? The ministry said to them, say, no, this not going to go to the country. Go back. Do these things. Them get them consultants and them actuaries and everything, and work out this kind of doctoring, because this seems like major surgery was done.
Or it could be proactive that the ministry makes sure tells Statin to make sure that we don't release nothing like that again. Yeah? To show another decline.
But the reason why I'm looking at it that way, Ralston, he said it was just last week that Statin called a press conference to say that we are making these changes. So it leaves me to believe that his major surgery was done to doctor the books.
Yeah, and I'm saying to you that I don't believe that the initiative came from Statin. I believe that the initiative would come from the authorities, and I said, make sure we'll not release nothing where we have a negative thing, because remember, them had already started say that them on the recovery part and them things.
Definitely.
And it's like how you have somebody acting at Statin Yeah, they have to take the instructions.
Right, because the person that's starting don't have security of tenure in that job.
Precisely, you get the point.
You are told what to do and you want, and
Yeah.
that person wants to suck up to everybody so he can actually get the job if possible.
Precisely.
Now, when we look at the whole of this, Ralston, people are going to say this is an election ploy.
Mm-hmm.
What say you?
Yeah, man, I mean, I agree. I agree because guess what? There's a disjuncture between the 1.1% growth recorded and what is really happening on the ground with the companies that are listed on the stock exchange. Remember, our companies producing.
Yes.
So the GDP number is supposed to measure the production of the companies.
Yes.
So all of the companies that might lose money on the GDP increase.
Yes, because we hear it every morning. If you listen, people.
We have to deal with them things every day. We pull them things every day. We depend on the stock exchange.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday. Caribbean Radio HD across the United States, internet radio. Alexa, we are on. Yes, we are on. Check us out. Now, you are listening to excerpts from Saturday morning's program on Portland Spice TV, where we spoke with financial analyst Ralston Iman. We were talking about the Statin report, the official data on Jamaica's economy and the running of the country. These are the official figures. Any other figures out there come second to these figures from Statin. They are the authority. So they released the report last week, and if you are an ardent listener to Colin Bell, Shaka Fame, or to the show, you would have heard us a number of times asking when will the Statin report be released. Well, finally last week. And you can Google it for yourself. You can go on the Statin website, Statistical Institute of Jamaica. You can go onto the website and you can see the information for yourself. You don't have to abuse us of telling lies. Because when you say that, we're vexed, because we pride ourselves on speaking the truth. But it also gives us comfort when we say these things and you attack us, because then we use that to say that you are not really well informed or well researched, and you lack the necessary knowledge to really partake in the financial discussion as it relates to this little island of Jamaica. So, Statin has released the report, and there's a video on Portland Spice TV with just Ralston Iman and yours truly talking about it Saturday morning. So if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'm inviting you to subscribe to Portland Spice TV. Harleen, good evening. Sister Ed, big up yourself. And of course, all the people in the chat room at Caribbean Radio, Portland Spice TV. Good afternoon, everyone. Bless up. Maxine Wilson. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Oh, Auntie Ilian, Wagwan. Long time. So, it is a video to watch. We also spoke with Dr. Fenton Ferguson about the 18 babies that died under his stewardship and what is happening now compared to the 24 babies that have died under the stewardship of Christopher Tufton. And this is the third round of neonates dying under Dr. Tufton and how they were dealt with. And when we look at today's press conference with the Minister of Transport, Darrell Vaz, and how he was talking about politicizing things and how the baby scandal was politicized. It's serious. I see you coming. This phone? Okay. So, when we look at it, we are saying to ourselves, what are these people really thinking? This evening, we're going to be talking to Michael Phillips, the opposition spokesperson on transportation. And there's a view that I have that I'm going to share this evening that might not be popular with some of my listeners and viewers. But I'm going to share that view later. Now, I am a person who believes that a school bus system for our people is critical, for our students. But look at Jamaica's terrain. It cannot only be a school bus system. It would not be efficient based on our community's situation. We are not, for the most part, a dormitory community. So, you have all 2 children that come from Millbank, we go to school. So, it would not be cost effective to send in a school bus to Millbank. But there is a need to support those 2 children coming from Millbank and every area that have small amount of people. So, you know what I am saying to the Jamaican people? You are in luck. And that's why elections are good. The Jamaican people are in for a treat. The GLP is offering a school bus service. They have brought in some used bus. And that's another argument. I'll deal with that differently. So they are offering a school bus service. And the PNP, they are also offering the support, the subsidy. Now, what is needed is both. So, I am going to be shameless and say to you, vote for the PNP because the school buses are here already. And those that have not arrived yet will arrive. They have been paid for, dates set based on the minister, if we should believe him. And I don't believe everything that this minister has said. But I will say to you that he's not the liest of them all. But I believe he's the slickest of them all. Yeah? And there's something about the Minister of Transport that I will say openly. He's a worker. He's not a visionary, but he's a worker. If you give him a task, him go and deliver upon a task. I mean, I always tell him that. But him not have no vision. But then him no listen. So, what I am saying, what I am saying to you is that bad time, I'm on alive. What I am saying to you is that we can't do the thing that we are. I'll call you later. We can't do the thing this kind of way. It has to be that if we are going to, I lose my train of thought. Let me call you back later. But the school bus system, you did finish with this? Can't work the way how the use bus thing there for me. And I lost my train of thought, so forgive me. So I have a caller. Let me take the call. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hello, good evening. Hold on for me. Yeah, go ahead.
I would love to have my contribution to the whole school bus situation.
You want to give
the comment?
You want to give a contribution?
Made by, say again?
Go ahead. Let me listen to you.
Yeah, vis-a-vis the comment made by the opposition leader, the comment made by Mr. Bunting, those 2 statements that those 2 gentlemen made.
Hold on. I am aware of what Mr. Bunting said, but I'm not aware of what the party leader said. Can you remind me of what the party leader said?
Yeah, the party leader made a statement to the effect that the buses are hold, and they, instead of the buses, his policy will be when the PNP comes to power.
Hold on, though. Because you said you want to deal with the two statements. So the party leader said that the buses are old. And what was Mr. Bunting's statement?
No, hold on. Let me finish the statement. Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, the party leader, Mr. Colin, said the buses are whole. On top of that, when the People's National Party come to power, his policy would be that he would create a grouping of 20,000 children, and also then they will give a subsidy to the taxi drivers and those who own, buses and medium-sized vehicle to transport the children to and fro. And it will be a system that will be regulated by the government, giving the taxi drivers and subsidy, and consequently, it would allow the poor people, in terms of the drivers, and to inherit, to benefit from the subsidies. On the other hand, Mr. Bunting make it clear that the buses that they are bringing in are buses, and I quote, them are bringing some bus for killer for picnic them. So the question I want to ask is, what really is the PNP policy as it relates to a school bus system? 5 Caribbean islands currently.
You want to answer?
National, yes.
Or is it a rhetorical question?
Go ahead.
Okay. So let me say it right here. You see the argument about the bus for kill off the picnic them? I not subscribe to that argument. I think that went a bit far. And that's my view. I think that statement went a bit far. The party leader said the buses are old buses. I would ask you a question. Are they old buses?
All right, they are old buses.
No, man, they can't be old buses, but not new. Is either them old or them new? Are they old?
No. And me and you, no, we know that's not the way we know that's not the way things are described in this way.
All right.
When a car is old, just give me 1 second, please. When a car is old, say a car is a 4-year-old car, that car is designated as a used car. If you buy a Mercedes-Benz, the minute you drive a Mercedes-Benz off the car lot, if it's a brand new car, the minute you drive it off of the car lot, it depreciates. In that way, you can say it is also a old car. Now, as to the buses are whole in respect of their age, not in respect of their viability.
So what things you define old? What's the definition of old?
The definition of old is moving away from its original build. In other words, age from point to point A.
Old
so
is
if you
old.
are
Let me help you.
1 and you become 10,
hold on. Let me help you. Old is determined by age. You can young and mash up, but old is determined by age. And the question I asked, and I'm going to ask it again. You said Mark Colin said the buses are old buses. Are they old?
And I am explaining to you that the buses are considered old by virtue of their age, not by virtue of their ability to function effectively.
No, but why we know what is old? Why we are really at debate that? And we know say the bus they're old. The bus them are all bus, brother.
All right. This is my point.
What the party leader said might offend, no? But are true. The buses are old. You can't fight the man for talking the truth. What is wrong with it?
And I am simply saying to you, approximately 75% of the cars in Jamaica, by that definition, is old.
Then anybody did say no go, sir?
All right, cool. So we are saying the point I'm trying to make is for us to then want to caricature old as a means of defending the unusefulness of the buses. That's semantics. That's clearly semantics.
What do you mean semantics?
We're just using a particular word to see if we can dally around justify our position or disagreement with it. That's what we're doing.
My brother, you hear me I said to you?
Yeah.
You hear me I said to you? I don't know why I highlight it. Hold on. When me I said to you, I don't want. It's straight, you call me up on WhatsApp.
What's up?
All right, so I can't take that call. Like, I want to talk to you. Because, let me say this to you. A 10-year-old bus is an old bus, brother.
Right.
I'm looking for something right now because we have seen the papers of one of the bus. The bus will come to Portland where they are run. That bus is 16 years old, brother.
How much?
16. And the documents may I look for put on the screen so you can see it.
Yeah.
Zin? So, you know what we go on like we are idiot around here, you know. See document here. This is one of the bus we see. See it here? A 2009 bus. It's 16 years old. Is that an old bus?
Right. All right.
All right,
and
what? Is it a old bus or it not old?
Well, my point is, all right,
brother,
let's go with you. Let's go with your argument.
Not go with my argument. Is it a wrong or right, truth or lie? The bus, all the bus, all.
Right. Okay, the bus is the whole bus.
Let me tell you
that particular bus is the whole bus. The
so
point,
some of them, none of them not new. So you see, you hear me say? Me disagree with Peter Bunting said. Peter Bunting got too far. Why the hell you can't straight like me? Peter Bunting, I'm a friend of my party.
That's the question I'm asking.
But him go too far, me say him go too far. Mark Leader said, Mark Golden said they bust them all. Did they bust them all?
All right, so
accept it or deny it.
So let's hold on. So let's go. Let's take it a step further. Where is the People's National Party policy in respect of producing a good workable bus system to provide for the traveling to and from school for the children? Where is it?
Let me tell you something. What the People's National Party says no, that we are in opposition, that what we will do is create a subsidy for children. So we will say to existing transport operators that if you want to come on to the subsidy system, you're going to get a card machine. We are going to give the children a card. And when they have that card, it is like a debit card. You go up on a taxi, you swipe the card. The card will be time sensitive. It can only be used between, let's say, 6 a.m. in the morning and 9 a.m. when you must be on your way to school. And another 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the evening. By that way, parents can check them children. We can know which taxi them take. Same way, like what they must say about the bus. Because I want to tell you something, you know. I am for a bus system, you know. I'm not against a bus system. So I don't want nobody get me wrong. I'm going to play a tape later when 2022 me a call for bus to come here. So I am for the bus. But I'm saying as a government, we should not be buying old buses. So if Mark said the bus them old and the bus them old, you can't beat him on that. Back off of the man. The damn bus them all.
Okay, so the question I'm asking you, let's look at it a little.
If you want to finish the school, the transportation thing, I can't finish it. Because we have a plan, a clear plan that will affect more children than the present plan of the GLP.
And I'm asking the question now. I'm suggesting to you now.
Yeah.
You were saying a minute ago that the plan is to use the voucher system and
I never said voucher,
and set up a card system.
Hey, I never said voucher. I say a card like a debit card.
Okay.
Where the children will swipe when they go into the taxi. That's what I say. Not
so the question I want to ask you. So the question I want to ask you: is it the same taxi men are the same taxi system that we have now, or are we going to get a new set from Jupiter to come and do it?
The same one where I carry the children. This GLP. Hold on.
That these taxi people have.
Hold on.
With the record.
All of a sudden, no. Hold on, man. Hold on. Because this is where I want you to go. These taxi men have been carrying these children for the 9 years that the Labour Party in government. But now, 2 months before election, they are the darkest, dirty set. You don't know I have nothing to do with them. That's what you're saying to me? That the taxi men who have been carrying these children for 9 years, because you carry some old bus now, they can't carry them again? Tell her.
I am suggesting to you that the Jamaican society has suffered at the hands of this system with these drivers, with their behavior, their conduct, and the habitual accident. We have taxi drivers.
So I'm going to ask you a question. May I ask you one question?
Hold on, let me finish. Could you let me finish, bro? Let me finish, please?
Finish.
We have taxi drivers who have molested young girls. We have taxi drivers who have abducted young girls. We have taxi drivers who have charged for murder. We have taxi drivers who have caused multiple deaths by way of their driving. Me and you know that the Jamaican
we have any politician that has been charged for murder?
Say again?
Do we have any politicians that have been charged for murder?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. There are politicians who have been charged for murder.
All right. May I give you 2 more minutes because I have 11 minutes may have you on for now. Go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah, all right. So I am suggesting to you, sir. When we are having this kind of debate, it must be a debate where we start somewhere with a view to end up another place. I strongly believe and support this bus system. Mind you, it might be fraught with an initial startup and hiccup. I heard somebody said, we're discussing the issue, and the person said, the fact that we have this level of discussion, it simply means that Jamaica is moving forward with the kind of discourse, whether we disagree or we agree which side of the fence we are on. But I believe this move is a bold forward step for the Jamaican society.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Some other people are calling. Let me give them a chance. I am for the bus system too. And I'm also for the subsidy. So the people of Jamaica, because the buses are here already, and I said that, we'll get the buses and we'll get the PNP plan. So those who the buses can't reach, because, I don't understand all of a sudden now our taxi men are the worst. That's what the GLP is telling us. That the taxi men that have been carrying the people for so many years, we're not done with them. So let me ask you something. The 100 bus can carry the whole of the pitney them? You think the 100 bus can carry all of the pitney them? Taxi man go and still carry them. And they have carried them on an ungrateful set. One is an ungrateful set. That's how I want to deal with people. That's how I want to deal with people. The taxi men, no good no more. Oh boy. That's the level of arrogance. 804 7072. We're going to talk to Michael Phillips a little more. But I want to play a clip. Why this not connecting? Yeah. I want to play a clip for you now. I have a couple of clips I'm going to play this evening, Because government must have standards. Standards. And government should not go counter to the laws of the land. And when you have government going counter to the laws of the land, that's how you get anarchy. And that's why we have a prime minister who is statutory filing cannot be certified. Yeah. So when we look at this whole thing, we see we are Jamaica as a country where we drive on the left-hand side. So the steering of the vehicle for safety should be on the right. And the government is buying left-hand drive vehicle. Now, a fleet of school bus shouldn't be left-hand drive. But if you're going to buy it, then buy it new and make it make sense to me then, no? Make it make sense.
Yeah, Evelyn, good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
And I really, and the boss, if not, where we really do a lot of people is we use the internet and we start research things for ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's not Mark Golding said the buses are old.
No?
It is a fact.
That
America, the internet said that.
Hold on a little bit.
The
Hold
internet.
on. Hold on a little bit. Hold on. 804-7072. Good evening.
Good evening, Colin.
Junior, hold on. Let me talk to that virgin before me talk to you.
All right, cool.
I had him on before, so hold the line.
All right, cool.
Hold on, I try something if me can do this, you know. And I didn't know if what me ever try can be do. Because I want to talk to him before me talk to you. Yeah. It look like it can't be do. Can't be do. All right, Junior, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, man. Hold on there. Oh, so it cannot be do. So I'm not going to try it again. Go ahead, Junior.
Yeah. You talk about the bus problem, right?
Yeah.
Now, me used to drive motor vehicle. So me have an idea of some of the road terrain in Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you leave up a Golden Spring, and you come down to come a Constant Spring, you go out there old bus there.
Yeah.
You remember the corner Red Gallery?
Red Gallery, yes.
You know how steep that terrain is?
Yeah, man, I know it. I drive it regular.
All right. You come up by the Ridges, coming up from Lee's Flat to come down near Perkins Boulevard at Ridges Road. You remember how steep that road is?
Yeah.
Are those buses equipped with engine brake?
I don't know if them have engine brake. That's a question we need to ask. But Junior, let me go finish with a call that I had before because it's only fair.
All right, no problem.
I think I could have switched between a WhatsApp call and a straight call, but it can't.
All right, so
all right.
I'll call you back then.
Yes, man. Do that. Hold on there. Lose him. No, I want to give everybody them chance. Well, I'm going to talk to Michael Phillips shortly. But my people, government must have standards. That's what I'm saying. The used bus no work with me. And I am saying to you all that the same money could have buy some new bus. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, so there is a procedure. We believe that there is a procedure our government operate with feasibility study. You just jump up like a loggerhead, like two man and, like some muffin thing. You do that feasibility study, you check the price, you have a program or a project to deal with. So you then go up on the ground and you call in your technocrat and so forth and people who know about mechanics and check the bus them and thing. But the fact is that the buses are retired. Why? Because after certain mileage or time that have to do with certain amount of years, they are taken out of commission because they are deemed no longer safe to carry the American children. So that is, it is not Mark Golding says so. It's the people them that retire the bus said that. It's the government of America said that. So we know our tax dollar is there to buy bus from China. We can get cheap buses from China where we then test and the technocrat and we then check on just like how them buy water truck and fire truck.
Hold on, Carla, hold on. Where you find my notes? Where did you go to find my notes? Because I actually do the research earlier today. I look for some new bus at China. Or some 1 or 2 year old bus at China. Some bus with 10,000 kilometers, 5,000 kilometers. Comfortable. You look on them?
Yeah. Yeah, because me look on the bus them at China also. And the thing when we see it don't make no sense we argue. We just have to accept the situation that we're in and say, oh, we can go forward. Because this thing is one of the worst corruption. Why me say the worst? Because for some people decide that they're going to make money, they're going to risk the life of children just to make the money, just to bring in some old bus. Because if you bring in a new bus, no money can make. Yeah, but if you bring in some old bus, you specify those set of bus that are retired. You're going to make somebody procure them, your contract to a company or something for procure them, Them are go buy them cheap, sell them back to the government. Then the next summer they would contract again and go repair and modify them. Them are left and dribble. You can't sit on the next side to overtake not more time in the traffic. So there is so much disadvantage to be a left and dribble in a Jamaica. You have buses where they are England and where they right hand dribble. Yeah? But
Yeah.
So it's just a thing to bleed this country public purse before the election. Some people, set of people make billions. But the question what me want to ask, like how we know all of the problem and the facts, with the safety, when, not if you know, is when the bus start carry children, it's going to crash.
No. We're buying up that in the name of Jesus Christ. We're buying it up. No.
You see me?
No.
With a realist,
Yeah.
With a realist.
Any vehicle, listen, any vehicle that can happen to brother. So me nah go there so. Me are buying up that in the name of Jesus Christ. New, old, very new, anything can happen, my brother. So let's not go there.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. In the name of Jesus.
We should then use some bus where still we're not retire. We're going to buy some old bus,
listen,
but not the one.
The money where them used by the 110 old bus here could have buy 100 brand new coaster bus. It could have buy some newer bus then if you want to go use.
Right.
I think the government shouldn't go less than 3 years old. But I don't believe that governments should buy used vehicle. Used vehicle should left that to private sector, brother. I not agree with it.
May I ask you a practical question?
Yeah.
If the iron on the bus all and over 20-year-old, what you do to the iron that we used to where the salt on the road when it's snow time splash up with the ice and the water, what you do to make the iron new? The iron age, it have reached 20-year-old, or you reverse that now?
No, you can't reverse it. And that's why I'm saying to people that we should not have gone down the road of used buses to carry our children. If you have 1.4 billion, spend it the best way. And I want to give Mr. Vaz a mark or two for trying. I not take away everything from him.
Well, me personally, I put this for myself. Me believe whatever people want think or find out or believe, a set of people have an intention to make a money. And this is one of the best ways for them make billion and bleed the public purse.
We need to find out who is the supplier of these buses, because him tell we some things to them, never tell we who supply the buses.
One question. So the 1.4 is what? Is after them buy the bus, them can modify and repair them.
Everything.
So it can't cost more than that.
$1.4 billion cover.
It cannot overrun.
What do you mean it can't overrun? You're going.
When them all say to want more money.
You're going frightened little
buy more parts.
It's just that. Hold on. You know the only thing we're gonna save right now. Then can't ask for no more money before the election. You know, cause it's problem. But I am saying that government must have standard. We try by used car already for police, and that was a problem. So I don't want nobody get me wrong when me talk, because as I said to you earlier, if you're talking about school bus, I, Colin Bell, support a school bus service. All right, my brother, big up.
Yes. All right, cool.
804-7072. And we have the overseas line 305-654-7944. Caribbean Radio. We're live. Yeah, man. Giving you the best on social media. Because up front, rational reasoning. That's what we are gear. So the brethren earlier, Him say, Mark Golden said the bus them all. I don't know how you can have a problem with that. I don't want nobody I say the bus them I go kill nobody. I'm afraid of that. I don't want nobody call down that. You understand? So me come against that in the name of Jesus Christ. Come against it. We must speak life over our children. Nothing but life over our children. So, don't misunderstand me. Government must think through things properly. Yeah? And therefore, if we are going to think through the things them properly, we have to look what is best for Jamaica. Welcome to Caribbean Radio. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Real evening. First time.
Welcome.
Yes, man. So, what they listen on the preset. So, when they carry one bus come up Portland, they could bring in only more.
Well, I don't know the arrangement. No, don't tell me that I delete this thing.
Yeah, man. I say all of us the money fine after you carry one bus. Too much school, no much students at Portland.
Well, you see, Darrell start an initiative and the government grab on it. So him own it. And as me say, I will give him a mark for trying.
Alright, but you know what, we would have take with them out there, because what I look for is that they bring in this thing after the PMP start to put out for them transport initiative for students.
Well, that's what the PNP have always said to you, that we are holding back on our plans because once the GLP hears something, them run our fight.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Them come like so they don't have no shame, man. They have to sit down and wait for the PMP if it says something for them have an idea.
Well, as I said a while ago to you, the minister is a worker, but he's not a visionary. But he's a man who will work. You have to give him that. If you give him something to do, him or do it.
Boy, from me, I say this money, I look like him work himself, man.
Eh?
Mr. From me, I hear with this 1.4 billion, I look like him work himself.
No, 1.4 billion should not be spent this way.
Yeah,
and that's
man.
what we need to start talk about. Is
Yeah,
this
man,
the best?
If
Is this the best we could get for 1.4 billion Jamaican dollars? I believe. I am saying we could get 100 coaster buses. That would serve us longer and more fit for purpose. Some of them buses don't have no air conditioning in them. I don't know how many of them have air conditioning in them.
Yeah, man, we can't only conclude, say, boy, they don't respect Jamaican people.
Somebody's saying we would love to see a breakdown of the $1.4 billion include purchase, shipping, clearance, amount for spare parts, and who have the contract for maintenance, and who supply the buses. We would love to see all of that.
Yes, man.
All right, my brother, we're going to run.
Yes, man. What's up?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, Mr. Bell. Good afternoon. Came from the JUTC buses, the fleet, all the fleet, they're all.
Hey, the minister dangerous. You remember is when we get 100 bus. When they bought 100 bus. They bought 100 bus. When? Last year or the year before?
No, I'm not talking about this last set. I'm talking about the yellow one them that Mike and they bought in 2007. Those are all bus, right?
Dan,
what if yes? What if the government they take those buses?
But
what they say? Yeah, what they saying?
Your background noisy, man. Come out of the noise.
Yeah, I'm saying that. What if the government they say? Matter of fact, some of those buses are running on the country route from Kingston to St. Thomas and from
Hold on. Caller.
Yeah.
You not vehicle or something?
No, all right. I'm going to call back.
No, but all right. Call me back when you have some clarity and some peace in your background.
Yeah, okay.
But listen, can I answer your question? The buses that were bought in 2007. Well, I can't manage nice though. The buses that were bought in 2007. You don't know how many of those buses are still on the road. Because let me tell you, the government bought 100 buses last year. And maybe they get another 60 this year. JUTC fleet right now is about 200 or little under 300. So a lot of the JUTC buses that are out there are new buses. Remember that.
Yeah.
Let me take that call.
But,
hello, good evening. Welcome to Caribbean Radio.
Hello, good afternoon, Brother Bell.
Yes, good afternoon.
I totally agree with you. I also wanted to say that I think that the government needs to put respect on the taxis drivers services because they need to realize that the community had to rely on that while they didn't have anything properly in place for the children or for us to properly safely use. So they need to still put highly respect and gratitude on the taxi driver services and trade because they will help us out to get where we were from now and help us to get to work for them. And definitely, like you said, think about this whole transit system on a bigger and higher level because that's the only survival way. You got to see it as no competition, but as a group service to help your people get from A to B safely. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be such a thief shottery. It shouldn't be so difficult. But big respect to the good taxi drivers because I do understand that there is some bad apples amongst the bunch. But we can still plant new seeds and get dash for them ones. Not true.
Of course, we can fix it. And the big thing about it is they are trying to demonize the taxi drivers now, and you still have to go use them because the 100 buses cannot move 10% of the population that it needs to move right now. Not even 10%. The 100 bus can't move. So no need for you to demonize the taxi operators or the private operators who have been working in the school system for years.
Chopping off their foot just a little cute shoes, sweet shoes and pretty shoes, eh?
All right, caller. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you see how the labor right them look on things. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Mr. Bell.
Yes, Junior. Welcome back.
When I hear the price for the bus, right?
Yeah.
I look for the picture of the bus. I look at the name of the bus and I Google. Right?
Yeah.
And I see the price. When I see the price for the 2025 new bus, from 100,000 to 150,000, I send it to you. I can't believe man take $1.4 billion by
a fleet of whole bus.
25 and 20 years.
A fleet of whole bus in buy.
Right. 20 and 15, 10 to 15 to 25-year-old bus. Right?
I don't know if not 25-year-old today. You see 25-year-old bus there. I don't know that. The oldest one I've seen is the 2009. So I don't know. I just look and the design of the bus them and the year of those bus, some of them will come up on it. Right? Yeah.
And so most of them I see, they're over 12, 13, 14-year-old bus.
I believe majority of them is around the 15, 16-year-old. That's where I believe majority of them are.
Right. right? But the
Junior.
brand,
Junior, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Let me hold on. Don't hang up, Junior. Caribbean Radio HD. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Bell. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you, my brother. Welcome.
Yeah, enough respect. Enough respect. I've been admiring the show and the topic we are always getting on.
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure that these buses were the one that was barricading Donald Trump playing at West Palm Beach Airport and giving them as charity?
I don't know. Speaking at the phone, when you just called, I was hearing you loud and clear. You're kind of gone far. Speak up in the phone. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, there were some bus. Them at West Palm Beach Airport, you know.
I don't know if I do.
Some old school bus, a barricade around Donald Trump charging back in place. You sure? I mean, Donald Trump, Vice Prime Minister. You sure them both can give them a charity?
Call on that.
Them by the airport no more.
Hello? You're using a headset? If you're using a headset, please take it out, or if you have me on speaker. We're not hearing you clearly. You're calling and go. Yeah, man. Take me off of the speaker.
Yeah, hello? Can you hear me better now?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Come on. As I said, there were some old school bus in that barricade. Donald Trump bus.
Yeah, man. We hear that, you know. We hear that already, so go to something new.
I wonder if them bus Donald don't to them and about them by them.
Well, okay. All right. Thank you. We hear you. Caribbean Radio HD. Good evening. 305-654-7944. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Yeah, Junior, come back to you.
Yeah. I think the money, if they're going to take that money and buy, say 50 or the 30-seater one, which is a shorter bus them, that can go on the rural, right? And buy 100 of the longer bus we can take the flat, would be a much better spend.
It's not a good spend. It is not a good spend. And I say that without any fear of contradiction. The 1.4 billion could have been better spent with a school bus system. I agree with the school bus system.
Yeah.
But what is done here? No.
We want the public must call for a proper invoice of all the cost of those things, shipment, everything we need. We see like obviously, well, like what they give some for the drill.
Yes, we want to see everything. Everything. I would not trust
everything.
We don't trust the government.
Right.
All right, Junior.
I'm telling you.
Finish up. Go ahead.
Man.
Go ahead. Finish up. Finish what you are saying.
With this, what the government, right, Mr. Vaz present, I don't believe the people of West Portland and East Portland should vote for the Vaz and then use this as a measuring stick to vote them out.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
876-804-7072. Good evening. Turn off the instrument in your background, please. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Let me turn off the
yeah, man.
It's just about the price point today.
When you call me, I have to turn off.
Good evening, Mr. Bell.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah. About the buses, right?
Yeah.
I'm calling from St. Elizabeth, right?
Yes.
The guys on here, they have their bus where they run to Manu, Santa, that's States, Santa Cruz, Black River. You know, they just like school kids. So what they're going to do with those buses?
So what you said them to do what?
They run the bus. They run them bus. Them buy the bus, especially to carry school children.
Yes,
so
I know that.
Manu, Black River.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what they're going to do with their bus.
Well, I would imagine that the government would have sat down with them and say, all right, you have this route already, so we're not going to put a bus on this route. If that has not been done, then it gets messier.
Okay. So that's what I'm wondering about. I don't.
It gets messier. It gets messier.
They buy them specially.
I know people do that. Yes, yes. And that's what the opposition is saying, that we want to work with those people who have put out their money, buy their buses, have the loan to pay, know that there's a guarantee load every morning for the schoolers. We have to know what we're doing. We have to know what we're doing. So there must be those conversations with those operators to say to them that if you are on this route, we're not going to do this route. We're going to do the routes them where have problem.
Okay.
All right, caller. Thank you.
Yeah. They need to talk to the people in here.
Yes, they have to. Caribbean Radio HD. This is the Colin Bell Show. Good evening.
Hey, Colin, what's going on?
A lot's going on.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Just want to give my 2 cents on the bus there.
Hold on. Hold on now. When you call, ladies and gentlemen, callers, the headphone don't work. And if you're on speaker, it's going to be going out and coming in. So you have to just talk in the phone like a regular phone and just turn off whatever you have in the background listening to me. You will hear me on the phone when you talk to me. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, man.
All right. I hear one gentleman this morning was talking on a talk show and they were talking about the buses then. Because this man said he live in the state and he have he own a trucking company. So he said after when his truck them reach certain ages and certain mileage and he have to get rid of them, they don't sell them because they take so long for them to sell and they don't want to have them stockpile on them. So the buses is the same thing with the buses. They said they give them to charity because when you give them to charity, at the end of the year, they get a big tax write-off on them when they give them to charity.
No, but some people sell them. They
most
are
of
for
these
sale.
buses now, what? Huh?
They are for sale. They are for sale, but for cheap price.
Right. So when you give them to the charity, the charity they sell them for just amount any money just to get rid of them.
But something to look at.
Another thing with these buses, they're all automatic bus. So how they gonna handle going uphill and coming downhill with this load? And because they're not a standard, they have no compression on the engine to help with the braking system to come down the hill and all those kind of stuff. So this is all trap.
Hold on, I want to ask if anybody out there ever driven one of these buses, if they carry engine brake or Jacob, something like that, they call it. I want to know.
No, they don't. They don't carry engine brake and they don't have no hill to deal with. It's just flat surface. So they don't need that.
Well,
they don't need no engine brake.
Right,
so
but no, they are
down there now, these hills.
No, but no, they are in Jamaica. Them are come down Black Hill. But I guess the braking system can work.
Well, you're gonna rely on a braking system loaded bus to come down the hill or with all brake and all those kind of stuff.
But remember, if it's automatic, it have first, second, and maybe third, and sometimes fourth. Some of them have what you call Sportronic or Tiptronic or manual shift. They can be shift manually. So you come down the hill, you can put in a third or put in a second.
But the compression is not as strong as engine.
No man, I see him compression.
As a gearbox, it's not as strong as a gearbox.
I don't know how much difference it is, but I drive automatic like stick, gear down in a them. See him we get my compression, revving on my car. I saw me drive my automatic. So me know say I drive some big automatic. I've driven 6-wheel automatic. Yeah, and when me go down in a car now, me come out a drive and go in a third or leg of the overdrive. So, I don't know if the fact that it's automatic is really the problem. You understand me?
And another thing I hear the other caller was the caller before that talking about St. Elizabeth up on those hills and all those kind of stuff. If you notice these buses that he's bringing out there, if you notice from the back wheel going to the back,
that is a problem.
It's basically about
that is something that
it's gonna be a problem.
That the swing at the back there, the amount of space where they're behind the back wheel is an issue. But I'm taking the next call here.
All righty.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show, live on Caribbean Radio HD, Brogear Radio on the internet, Alexa Radio, Portland Spice TV at YouTube. That's my social media channel. Please go on, subscribe, like, and share. Yes, caller.
Colin, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome.
Yes, there's a lot of conversation about the buses. And what this sounds like to me, Colin, it sounds just like the situation they had with the medical instrument that they recently had that controversy over.
With the drill.
The drill. This sounds just like another drill issue, Colin. Because let me tell you something. I am in South Florida, and I can tell you that these buses at that age, I don't know the mileage that they have on them, but the amount of money that they paid for 10 buses is ridiculous. 10 old buses, Colin.
How much they pay for 10? Hold on. How much they pay for 10?
And I can tell you what one of those buses go for used anywhere between 6 and 7 year old. You're gonna pay for one of those buses between $6,000 and $8,000.
All right, so them hold on. Them say them pay an average of $4 million Jamaican dollars for one of them bus there. Hold on. 4 million divided by 165 is 165. Me, I check the dollar at. They are saying that they pay $24,000 for one of those buses.
Per bus?
Yeah, on average.
That's unheard of. Unheard of.
On average.
Colin, do your research. Ask anyone here in the school system.
Hold on. Okay. So I have done some research, and I have seen where the buses can cost between 3,000 US to about 50,000 US. I have seen that.
What? Okay, 50,000 US. What kind of bus? How old is the bus? What's the mileage on the bus? And what's the previous use on the bus for 50,000 US bus? Those buses in Jamaica with the mileage and the age of those buses, how they look and how they're breaking down, Colin, you can't tell me that these buses don't have over 200,000, over 100,000, 200,000 miles on them, and they're at least 9 to 10 year old.
No, what he's saying is that the average miles on these buses are 135,000 miles. That's like, right, 135,000 miles.
And if you do your due diligence, I can tell you, if you come here in anywhere in one of these states, a buses with that kind of mile is going to run you no more than 6,000 to 8,000 US dollars tops.
Hold on.
Check it out for yourself, Colin. I guarantee you that.
Hold on. I not say a lie, but as me say, when me do my research, me see where you can buy a bus. You can get them for up to $50,000 at the high end, and at the low end, you could go to about 3,000 somewhere there about.
Okay, but the eye test tell you those are $50,000 bus or $3,000 bus.
Hey, we want to see all the documents. Let me see.
Do the eye test.
So hold on.
Do the eye test.
So if one of those buses on average, let's say $10,000 US times 165. So you're saying we shouldn't pay more than, that's 1.65. So what you want to tell me, say we should not pay more than $2 million for one of them buses?
Colin, this is a drill issue again. Me, I tell you, this is another drill issue again.
And what I want people to look at.
Common sense tell you that, Colin.
Look at the spend.
Eye test tell you that.
The spend is bad. The spend is bad. 10-year-old bus, he said it's an average 10-year-old. We have to really look on this thing here. Seriously, my general.
I'm telling you, Colin, do your due diligence.
All right.
Look, in any state, a 10-year-old bus with over 100,000 miles on it, you're not even paying nowhere to $10,000 for them, the bus there. As a matter of fact, those buses normally go for scrap and go press for use as recycle.
All right.
I am telling you that, Colin.
Well,
so this is what I'm saying. This is another drill issue. This is another drill issue. And Colin, we have seen this extensive and elaborate spending for failure after failure after failure from this government. You know what? What's very interesting, Colin? One day, somebody must add up the amount of this government have spent on projects not started, incomplete, and fail. The amount of taxpayer money that they have spent on projects not started, incomplete, and fail. It's going to be mind-boggling to see the amount of money in the last 10 years that this government have wasted or claimed that they have spent of taxpayers' money. It's disgraceful, it's disgusting, and it's despicable.
All right, late. Me go take our next call. Here, give thanks.
All right, Colin.
It's how the man feel. As I say, and I will continue to say, I am giving Darrell a mark. Out of 10, I am giving him 2 for the initiative. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Colin.
Tell her.
You're a Portland man, so you will know.
Yeah.
I went to a place in Hope Bay. I sure is Dialvar's constituency that. The place called Shoeberry.
My place that.
Are your place?
Yeah, man. Me own
All
it.
right.
Me have title down there.
All right. But tell me something. Me see one road there now where them have to make one kind of bend, corner, curve to go around to that place there. None of them bus then I make to go there, so.
Yeah, man. You can't go around there, man.
Well, unless the driver drives so, you know, because I don't know about Portland, you know.
No, man, you can't
Right?
go around. All of them, if you drive from Hope Bay to Shrewsbury, we used to run big bus around there, brother. Yeah, man.
And them bus where them carry come here now. When we know them can't do another 45-degree bend them.
But Marsh, you can put different bus on different route. You understand?
Well,
unless the length of the bus to me is not a problem. The amount that is hanging off over the back wheel though, that's a problem in Jamaica.
Yeah.
That will be an issue. And I was talking to Pringle this morning, who was a top bus driver when me I go to school. Them man can drive bus, them know about bus. And that was one of the things he was pointing out to me. He said 2 things to me. He said the length behind the back wheel is an issue. And we need to check the width of the buses that we have gotten. I don't know why they are, but him said we need to check that because they may be wider than what the Jamaican regulation allows.
Yes.
You understand? I think he said the Jamaican regulation was 7-point-something feet. I'm not sure if it moved to 8 feet. I have not worked on that, but I'm going to check it. But him said there might be an issue with that.
But tell me something, Colin. Under the Jamaican law, what age vehicle should not enter into Jamaica?
I'm not sure right off the bat, but I know trucks and those big buses are an older age than cars.
Yes.
Yeah. Those and the buses, they are licensed as truck.
Yes.
And truck can come at a much older age. I think maybe 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But what I'm saying now, is that they did have a law called anti-dumping law?
Yeah, man.
Well, hold on.
I see where you go, man.
You see where I go? I reach there before me.
No, you have a point. It can be dumping. That's why the US sell them out so cheap, because these buses are going to need a whole heap of space to dump them. Sister Munchie, Sister Tanya, Brother Bailey, Sister Cynthia.
I dump the thing then, but we run the crate them up very soon. We are going to sell them out as scrap metal.
I don't want to trivialize the matter though, because you see, the school bus thing for me is an issue. We need school buses.
We need it.
You understand?
We need it.
So
yes, we need it.
Lest we mistake what I am saying.
Yes.
I support a school bus system.
Yes.
I disagree with the spend of 1.4 billion Jamaican dollars, the way they have spent it. This look like Cornwall Regional, where you squander the money.
Yes.
This coming like the $12.4 billion where they give everybody $20,000. We are not at that place yet, and that's why the economy is nosediving.
Let me tell you, since we want to be fair, you know, it's one thing that there is do me in agreement with. You see, if it send some JUTC bus to our country, me agree with that because a long time the country people them have pay tax to subsidize town people to go to school and town passenger. So when they send some of JUTC bus to our country, me not have a problem with that.
So no man, Marsh.
Yeah.
If you go up on my Facebook page, Colin Anthony at Facebook, it is on there.
Yeah.
April 27, 2022. I was on the road saying send some JUTC bus to assist the children in Portland.
All right.
So it's something that I have called for. So I agree with the school bus. But I refuse to accept the used bus, these old bus. And then some people are going to say, where Mark Golding say. Where Mark Golding say? Mark Golding say the bus they all.
Them old, there's no two-way about it.
Yeah, the bus they all. Bus they all.
The bus they all, and the all are one of with more problems sooner or later. That's not what country picnic, country school picnic can't get new bus riding that too.
We can't drive in that. Me say, we could have get 100 coaster brand new. We could have get 100 brand new coaster with the $1.4 billion.
But
maybe we could have get a little more to, you know, because if you go down a Toyota Jamaica, and said to them, Ray, you would have get some standard coaster.
Yes, man. You get a deal, man.
You get a deal. You could have get a 100. One man has said to me today, say, you could have get 112. But when me check it, a coaster go for about $14 billion brand new. 14 million, sorry. Brand new. Yeah. I'm going to show me something where I say brand new at 12.5 million. My check, and then me do another check, and me see them for like 96,000 US, about 16 million. But I am sure if the government set out to say, listen, me I buy a fleet of coaster for the school them. To run, to do the school bus.
Let me tell you something, Colin. These guys are,
tricknologists.
These guys are tricknologists. I said something elsewhere today, and I'm going to say it on your program. You see, SSL, money gone, money in SSL gone. Then you have First Rock, problem I go on First Rock. Certain people now go about to answer certain questions. In a SSL, you have the housing trust money gone, sugar money gone. Don't, hey, them blind way, no make we don't talk about you saying about money alone, right? But there are several other money gone in it.
How will people lose their money in SSL, brother?
Yes, but guess what? Certain people gone with. You see certain people who gone where they know where they gone. So when everything done, the man they just meet them a road and say, see you out here. Am I right or am I right?
Straight right, Marsh. Little more.
Yeah, you take it easy. Good.
876-804-7072 305-654-7944. Those are the numbers you can call me on. Talk to me. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Colin. I just wanted to add something to your conversation that we was having with that guy.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, he don't know what is hold. Like when you ask him.
Man, a hypocrite, man.
What's the boss?
Man, a hypocrite.
But all is retired. Taken out of service. None of them bus when them buy never in a service, then take out a service. So them old. They are old buses. Yeah. Now the man who them claim say not have no interest for the children. Are the same man who taking money from him pocket and bring home the student from Ukraine. So me not understand them. We can't understand them when they say Mark Golding not have no interest.
But look here. Remember, this government has been in place for the last 9 years, you know, brother.
Exactly.
For the last 9 years.
Exactly.
You never see the people them want school bus. For the last 9 years,
and the,
you never see the taxi man them
the
no good.
The taxi where I carry them now, them are going to say the taxi man, them are rapists. The taxi man, them are this. The taxi man, them are that.
Anglo up the taxi
In
man
my
here.
little area where me come from. In my little area where me come from, you have a part bus, right? We are assigned to the part student, them one IS.
Yeah.
It a carry the people them go to school and he never late.
Then
when school let over, straight in the school yard him go and pick them up.
Brother, our children have been getting to school. Yes, they have been struggling.
Of course.
And they need help. So because you buy 100 all bus now, it not mean say you gotta dash them way and behave like say them are the worst thing. No. You don't deal with people that way.
$1.4 billion, it don't spend good.
No.
And people have to talk about that.
I'm willing to challenge anybody upon that. It could have been better spent. It could have been better
spent.
But them are spend it that way because fish head have in yam.
If them go to, they could have go to China.
Then let me say, I look on the thing.
Never go China?
I look on the thing today. You could have get brand new buses with air condition.
Them could have get about 100 brand new buses from China for that money.
But what me I say, you know, right? Them could have sit down right at Jamaica, yes, sir, and say to a Jamaican company or a Jamaican run company, give us 100 buses. We give you 1.4 billion. And those buses would have been fit for purpose. These buses are not fit for purpose in Jamaica. Thank you, my friend. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Hello?
Yeah, man, we're live on Caribbean Radio HD. Turn off the instrument.
Call, Colin.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't remember, roommate. I want to focus on the reverse of rust and steels. There's nothing you can do to reverse rust and steel material. You know what I mean? And after the buses run through the snow and the salt, you cannot reverse the rust in it. And the number one priority of the kids is safety. The number one priority of the children is safety. And you can't be putting them on a bus, which is wear and tear, and then you're going to go on your knees and pray and say, okay, cover them, let the bus won't crash, but the bus won't fall apart. That's the foolishness. You need to use wisdom. You cannot put kids on buses which are wear and tear, and then hopefully that they land safe. It doesn't work like that. Number one priority is safety.
Nuts. Him say the engine maker said the bus them have 500,000 miles in the engine. Hello?
So what about the chassis? What about the chassis of the bus that is exposed to salt here?
Well, all of the bus them no must come from them kind of areas there. Some of them
we don't know.
Maybe we can get all of them from Florida. We don't know.
Well, who did the saver check on the bus? The saver check on the bus.
Him say people from JUTC go up there go check them. Anybody will work at JUTC. Anybody will work at JUTC and have no great reputation or record to run off as it relates to maintaining JUTC buses. I don't think we have been good at that. So that don't really frighten me.
Well, Colin, there's no way you can reverse rust and buses.
No, you can't.
When it's done by salt.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And telling us that they're done by whosoever. You know what I mean? The buses are not safe for kids, and kids' safety is number one.
All right, caller. Thank you.
And that's
all right. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye.
876-804-7072. Good evening. Hold on for me, caller. This one said good. Turn off the instrument in the background. Just hold a sec for me. Good evening. Hold on. Can we see the original purchase document of these buses? What is the markup on the buses? Is this a replica of the drill situation? Colin James. Yes, caller, go ahead.
Yeah, man.
This
is a drill situation. This is this is definitely another investigation situation.
Yeah, man. The boss.
And also, in America here, in a New York, right?
Yeah.
No, you know how them service those bus and test those bus
Yeah.
on a regular basic by DOT.
Yeah.
So the DOT go to the yard where the bus there. And them test it.
That's why they are running in the US, right?
That's why them can run. Them can give the 500,000, 5,000 miles. But it had to have the service.
Right.
And it's not a regular mechanic going to come and say, yes, it's good. The DOT come and him do the inspection.
What may I say? The DOT do that inspection while the buses are operating in the US.
Yes.
When they take them out of commission, what happened?
When they take them out of commission, that done, then go park it.
So why would they take them out of commission? The DOT stop certifying them? Is that the case?
Yeah. Yes. They're not gonna certify that bus anymore.
Why?
So because some defect, some form of defect, good to replace.
Oh, so you're saying that the DOT sometimes look on some of them buses and say this can't continue for carry pitney?
No. Not sometime. In a major companies will run these things, DOT comes to them.
And take out a commission.
Yeah, and check every bus. Then go service every bus. Then put it on the rack. Then go underneath it. Then do everything. Then check brake. Then check light. Then check everything. And pass the bus and put a stick up on it.
Right. And if it not do...
And the next... If it fail, then either have to do it over and come again. And those yards don't want it to fail because if your buses fail, then DOT give you a bad reputation. So the best thing for them to do is get rid of this bus that not gonna make it. Because them don't want DOT to deal with this.
Oh, so them
go park it.
So them take them out of commission. All right, sir. I hear you.
Take them out of commission.
No longer good for
Jamaica don't give that service. They don't give that service down there.
Well, we have examiners that check the bus, but I don't know if they are that thorough or detailed. But in Jamaica, you can run a bus them older than that.
Yes.
But my argument, though, is that the government should not be buying these old buses. Not the government. If a private man buy them and want to run them, that a theme thing, it have to meet the standards. It have to meet the government standard. Yeah. If it can't meet the standard, then go up on the road. But I am saying that government must have standard that they operate within. And you can't run it. You are running a left-hand drive country. And you are to go buy left-hand drive vehicle. No. The government ought not to be doing that. And government shouldn't be buying used vehicle. Government should not be buying used vehicle.
But we're going to dump yard.
Make we talk
that you're going to go buy.
Make we talk again.
Yes, my brother.
876-804-7072. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yeah, Colin.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
All right. I have a few little pointers. I just chime in. I'm sit down here and listen to you. Earlier on, you asked a question regarding the school bus. If they had the braking system, they don't.
Have engine brake.
They don't.
They don't have engine brake.
They don't.
Okay.
No, they're not. Because to get my endorsement, I had to train on those. I actually drive one of the New York City buses, MTA buses.
Okay.
But to get the endorsement, you have to use the school bus to qualify for the bigger bus.
Oh.
And they don't have that. They don't. Separate and apart. The overhang is a factor.
The overhang at the back.
The portion behind the back, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Holy pass space the back there now.
Why? Yeah, go ahead.
No, man, you go ahead.
Oh, yeah, while negotiating in the corner, you have to be mindful of the back portion. You're going to sideswipe something. You understand? Yeah, another factor. The hills and valley, them can't manage them terrain. Trust me. Can't. They're not designed for that. And one more factor. Let's not be generous. Let's be generous to them and say each bus have a capacity of 50. 50 times 100, that's what, 5,000?
5,000.
If the math's right.
Yeah.
Right. No, if you look at the efficiency, pound for pound, the proposal from the PNP and the proposal from the Alvars and the cronies, one far more efficient than the other. Because right away.
And far exceed the numbers.
The capacity, exactly. Because if you take the 100 bus now, Shaka, you only go cater to at best 5,000 kids
a day.
5,000 children per day compared to the 20,000.
Yeah.
And there's another knock-on effect. That spending will circulate in the economy.
Oh yes.
Because the shopkeeper are going to get some of the spending if by default anybody who have any form of business will actually derive a benefit from those
that will
spending back in the community.
It will put more money in the economy, in the hands.
In the economy,
because this money, this $1.4 billion, most side left overseas and how much gone in somebody's pocket. You know.
Exactly.
No,
you know?
it's messy. It's messy, brother.
So my point, my thing is that the time for them leave, man. Time for them cut. Pull them me adopted parish. As me tell them, you still left Portmore come fish. So me have vested interest over there. That's the leave. Plain and simple. Anyway, now listen.
Big up yourself. For those people who are concerned about the drivers, I am sure we have drivers that can angle these buses. May I tell you? The concern, though, about the overhang at the back, one of the things Pringle said to me this morning is that if you load it too much, going up a hill, it's not going to steer properly because the overhang at the back, too much. So that is a problem. The overhang upon the back ease the weight off of the front wheel because it's really long. And when you take a corner, it gives you a longer swing. Maybe I need to find a driver who drive them vehicle to explain it. But see, Pringle that call me. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show, live on Caribbean Radio HD.
Yes, Colin. May I listen to your program?
Yes.
I mean, I listen and pick up the fault. Number one, when none of them but can sell for 30,000 because they almost to the end of their mind, so them send them to a thing and fight government action.
Them sell them to what?
And them send them to government public action. That means the public can be on them.
Yeah.
So generally, if somebody want them to go and take that 100 them and get them to like 3,000-4,000 a pack because they reach the end of them line.
Yeah.
So they're not really good for yard again because the 500,000 mile I mileage, but them reach the end of them mile where them agent now need repair. It's going to cost more than them bargain for.
So you're saying it's not a good buy?
I know good buy is a nasty buy. That's something like you would say a man go buy something and through the hungry buy anything and eat. That's right.
Yeah. I don't agree with this buy either. I think the money could have better spent.
It's a blind buy. It's like a man driving France a year. Come to me take an hour me and say you pay 100 grand. It's simple. It better than buy the Ford bus for carry school kids them up a foreign. It's a better. Because they must make them spend like a year or two on the road to them carry school. Kids are more safety.
If them buy them where?
I should have buy the school bus them carry school kids are foreign.
Then a school bus will buy school kids. Then the school bus them buy where carry school kids are foreign them buy. But Uncle Thing are the use.
No, because Mr. the bus them go buy and a school kids bus them on.
Yeah, man, a school pity them carry foreign, man.
So you white food bus?
Somewhat?
School bus, school that foreign a food company by make them specialty school, some yellow and white bus, them, get some diesel engine.
No, but the one them where them buy a school bus America too. A school pity them carry America.
You see the color of them?
Them yellow.
And for them white?
No, man. The yellow bus them will run America, man. Me know them.
Okay, because the school bus for them carry them generate sell them out every 2 years.
The yellow bus them buy the international them. All right. Thank you for the call.
Yellow.
Thanks for the call.
All right, bye.
876-804-7072. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
I'm a boss.
Me there in a long time in a year. Where you been?
I'm there.
Go on.
God be the glory.
Great things he has done.
That's it. Yeah, my little take on it still busting out. You see, the notion is that Marky G are fight against school bus.
No.
The school children and the school bus system.
No, Marky G now fight against no school bus system.
Answer this for me.
Yeah.
Them are born out the taxi man, them and the liquor man, them they drive the liquor van them. But hear me. Is it that the taxi man transport more public passenger than the government buses every day?
Of course.
And is it that you have enough parents who travel with them children and the taxis?
Of course.
And you have enough parents who hire a taxi to pick up and them children at school, carry them and pick them up back.
Of course.
So the taxi drivers are reliable, no?
I would say so.
All right.
For the most part.
Okay. So if you didn't have if you have a good economy, why you want to buy brand new school buses?
That is the question now. I don't know.
The economy is all right. It is good.
So they say. And if it is good, then you should have buy a new bus to pin them.
Yeah, that means I said why buy second-hand buses?
Because the economy not good, brother.
And where the years are almost done and then you have to go remuggle, spend more money remuggle and change a lot of things.
You have to change the door. All of them will come, the door have to change. Now there's something that I have seen with the one that was in Portland. It's 2 person drive it one time. One man a drive and one a shadow drive over the right-hand side. And I am asking a question. Is it that all the buses you have to have 3 person to operate them? That is a question. All right, my brother, little more.
Wait there.
Yeah.
So the world, they must say choose Jamaica. So if you not bring the people them in the thing, or you have to choose Jamaica.
Them never choose Jamaica, brother.
So how you go knock the taxi man them after so much money I go spend with them. Right? And then you ask people to choose Jamaica.
You see, them people that just use sound bites and slogans. For the last 9 years, they have been in power. Them could have buy 20 school bus a year. Them would have 180 now.
You know what me think? When you visit all the money spent,
Yeah, man, we have to get a look.
Yeah, because
we have to get a look.
I think some a whole heap of balance leaving off if my vote.
Hey. Oh boy.
I believe a whole heap of money leave back say by vote.
I hear you, my boss. I hear you.
So you see them big dead people who make politics that blind them because them against something from the government. Them don't mean the people of the country no good, especially the small man.
All right, my brother, I hear you. We could talk again tomorrow. We're there tomorrow evening again, yes. You're listening to the Colin Bell Show live on Caribbean Radio HD, Brogary Radio on the internet. And of course, we are on Alexa. So if you have Alexa, you can find me upon it. And I'm inviting each and every one of you to come over and check out my social media angle. Check out my YouTube channel, Portland Spice TV at YouTube. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share it up. Shower, man.
Wow. You're listening to the Colin Bell Show live.
Turn off the TV, man. Or mute the TV.
Voila.
Mute the TV. Yeah, man. Yes, I.
The caller before that caller.
Yes.
Him no see the boss them, so him no feel not talk. I have tell him no know work on a boss. So him come and read on TV attack.
All right, talk to me now. What you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
No. What you think the man will come from America with boss and go kill pit, you know? You go kill our pit, brother.
No, I don't like that talk there. I disagree with that talk. I disagree with that talk.
Me a feet about you say the boss them are 15-year-olds.
Yeah, man. Some of them are 15-year-olds.
You see the boss where carry on Mark Gold in them there?
Yeah.
From 2011, Mr. Porsche use a bus when them are going around the country. 2020 feet and Philip use it. 2025, how much your bus that all the bus be?
Is that the same bus?
Yeah.
I don't know that. But here what happened?
2020 feet and Philip use it. 2025 Mark Gold use it. How much your bus now?
How much your bus that shower, man? How much here?
14 year old.
All right. So if it's a 14-year-old bus run by a private company, I am saying to you that the government should not buy that bus. The government of Jamaica should not buy a used bus, showerman. That's what me I say.
All of the car them when they are on the road, I use a used car coming. I know a brand new car coming.
Yes, showerman. The car when me drive, me buy it used.
Right.
But the government should not buy used vehicle.
But Colin.
Yes.
I could see the bus go on the road and I pop down. Then we start talking, brother.
Me not hope for them pop down. But I am what I am saying. Showerman.
Yeah.
When me I said to you, government must have standards. Government not spending their money, they are spending your money and my money. We must get the best value for our money. We know, showerman, that in Jamaica we don't maintain nothing. Maintenance is poor in Jamaica. Is that a fact?
Colin.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
That we're poor for maintenance. Right across the board. We are poor at maintenance in Jamaica. So when you buy a new bus, showerman, you're going to get 7 good years out of it before it start mess around. When you buy a old bus, showerman, immediately, this bus where I come, them have to go work on them before they touch the road. Yeah? Why you do that when you have $1.4 billion? We still could have get 100 new coaster bus. That's what me I said.
But being at the face one, you're calling.
Yeah.
But being at the face one, and then use them when face two, them come with Chris bus. Face one bus, listen up.
Yeah, but you never need to buy no used bus, brother. It's $1.4 billion, showerman. Use it by 100 new bus. or even buy 70 new bus. It would have served better. I am not saying that they shouldn't buy no bus. Me I say yes, buy bus, but no buy 100.
You tell me that you make vast big
Yes.
bus.
So me agree with the bus, but not the whole bus. Buy 50 new bus, man. And then next year you buy one next 50 new bus.
Colin.
No, me not agree with this.
Colin.
Yeah.
America no use them the bus every 5 years. Can't pick your finance, so they use that time and they tap them then. So they no supposed to make them run down so bad for that.
Sure, man, look at the JUTC bus them. Those bus come here new. Look upon them. Just use that and judge what is going to happen here, so brother.
You see JUTC bus them.
Yeah.
Politicians take them friend and imply them friend with drive bus so they know no more drive.
Then the politician are going to imply them here people. This is worse. Because you hear what I'm saying? The driver them all come from the parishes where the bus are running now. Who you think will get them the job, the shower man? Pure labor right.
No, sir. Anybody qualified.
Shower man. Tell somebody. Tell somebody else that. Don't tell me that. Me know say down a Portland here, so no PNP can drive none of them bus there. Me I tell you that. And me have evidence to tell you that, shower man. Once you have PNP down here, so anything where them money can stop you from have, they are going to stop you from have it. I see a little, hold on. I'll tell you a story. Show man. Me see a little girl, a young lady, me shouldn't say little girl, a young lady, apply for a job at the parish council. And when they went and do the interview, she came out on top. They gave her the job. And they fire her within a week because they find out say her parents are PNP. Not talk to me about that. Wrong man you talk to about that, shower man. Shower man.
Yeah.
Me go to England and go buy a garbage truck and carry it come here. Zin?
Yeah.
And when me carry it come here, me go down a sentence be go apply to the NEPM to get the truck in the system. When me tell the lady say me have a compactor truck, she was so happy. And every document she asked me for, me put it down on her decks. She say your truck will start work next month. My truck start work April 2022. You see when the labor then find out say my truck, shower man.
Yeah.
I last month that it work. Me have to sell it. First and last month that it work. Me have to sell it. And then you hear the lady come down, so come say what she said, don't.
Well, I mean, no one knows anything that go on.
Oh.
But what happens in the school bus, man, and before...
I want school bus, but I am not agreeing with government buying used vehicle. I did not agree with them buying the used cars for the police, and I am not agreeing with them buying used buses for our children.
I hear Colin.
Yeah.
Me agree, say, if we don't want to get small bus, contract with the school building, I never plan, but you see taxi man will drive reckless.
Yeah, man, you get them
taxi man will never carry people, brother.
Yeah, man, you weed out them there out of the system, but show man,
Yeah,
you know.
Colin.
Yeah.
You have your nice little 14-year-old daughter with big in her body and look good. Taxi man start to look her in the brother and you know what kind of the brother.
Yes, man. We know so we have some bad ones. Yes, man. We know that. We have bad apples. So we have to weed them out. So that's why we are saying when we set up the system, it's going to be a card system. So when a taxi man want to be a part of the subsidy what we are talking about, he have to come in, he must get the card machine, but at that stage now, you're going to do the fit and proper. So a taxi man we are going to involve have a fit and proper, because he must get a machine from the government, you know. That's when the child come, the child swipe our card and money go in a FEMA account. So modern technology we are going to use.
So hold on. You know, they say like the page don't get the money.
No, man. Then the pay, it mean the same thing, but the system what we are going to set up is going to be that kind of system. Where the child, you go to the principal said this child need help. The child get a card every week, money go on upon the card.
So as some people will get it then.
We are in the first phase, we are looking at 20,000. 20,000 family we are looking for in the first phase. And as we start to grow the economy, we put in more upon it. But me take a next call, shower man. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. The simple thing is, man, Darrell, you make a wrong move. Good try, wrong execution. And this is because people not trust the government now. We are all of the opinion that shenanigans are going on this like the drill. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Talk to me, caller.
Yes, for the step on the line. You want no? Fisherman and say fish well, yeah.
Who that?
Fisherman and say fish well. Say shower man there because of him bring them there and that's why he take up them so much, you know.
But if you listen to shower man,
country.
No, but if you listen to shower man, you realize that shower man agree with me now. No one I think shower man agree with me now. He just now say it. But shower man a reasonable youth. Where the hell government to buy all vehicle go? Government not forgetting at the purchase of all vehicle. We must have standard. The government. There must be a standard in the government that you know buy a vehicle less than 1 year old or 2 year old. Or you know buy nothing less than new vehicle.
I'm married, man. That's why I'm married.
Me like the idea. It's something that I am saying.
Yes,
we need to have school bus for our children. Yeah.
Brother. Them the grandfather. All right, respect.
Bless up. Yeah, man, you're listening to the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Caribbean Radio HD, Portland Spice TV at YouTube. Yes, please subscribe to my channel. Like and share it. Hello, good evening.
Like and share it. Hello, good evening.
Turn off the TV or whatever you have in the background, please, and just listen to me on your telephone. You will hear me.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Yo, I have to brethren.
There, you know, man.
Boy, I listened to your show. I must tell you that I have had to be dealing with quite a number of people because for me, I am a countryman.
Yeah.
Original countryman, Bamota Duncan in Trelawney.
Yes.
And the fact of the matter is this, that a rural bus system is long overdue.
Long overdue, brother. I need it.
Long overdue.
Yes.
I used to always have a problem back in the day when I was going to high school. And then children in Kingston would move around from the Jolly bus and we couldn't even get bus to go to school some of the time.
Yeah, because all the while me a subsidized town picnic to go to school and we now get none of the subsidy. So me glad for the school bus.
Yeah, man. I think what happened though is that as I rightfully say, you know, listening to the conversation, you're right. You're right. The idea is a good idea, and the idea coming from the PNP is also an excellent idea. But the fact of the matter is this, that you cannot go by them buses here. Because one of the problems that you have with this bus from day one in Colin is that when you carry these buses into Jamaica, when those buses are coming in, you know, a container, a spare parts must be coming in with the buses, you know.
Hold on there. Don't move. Hold on. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Bell.
Hold the line for me. I'm coming right back to you. Yes, my brother. Continue.
Yeah, man. I'm saying that once these buses are coming in into Jamaica, these buses must be accompanied by a couple containers of spare parts.
Well, him saying carrying some spare parts, you know. Him saying have to buy some spare parts too. But you see what and that is my argument, my brother.
And that's the problem.
If you did buy a new bus, you would need to buy no spare parts.
Just regular servicing.
When you buy, if you go down a Toyota Jamaica, because I keep it very simple. If you go down a Toyota Jamaica and you look at deal with the 1.4 for 100 coaster buses, Toyota Jamaica are going to service those buses for maybe the next 5 years.
True. Agreed. But you know, funny enough, if they had done a little research and did some pilot and do some checks in terms of, say you want to support rural communities. All right, I would not even talk about your place in Portland.
Yeah.
Just think about in a constituency like East Rural St. Andrew in Kingston, in this area. You are looking at running a bus from, say, Garden Town up to Mavis Bank. I would not even want to put coasters up there to carry children from Garden Town up to Mavis Bank High.
Well,
Mavis Bank High School, because of the fact that they narrow how narrow the roads are and all of that. So these places could not possibly be served. So look, what could happen with these buses, you know? It could not really come off the main, you know. They would have to stay on the main, you know.
The big ones. Them have some small ones, you know. Because I see all one Chevy, you know. I know that can't last. I've never seen a used Chevrolet come to Jamaica and stand up for any period of time.
No.
I don't know why.
Those vehicles are not made for our terrain.
Somebody donate one Chevy to Titchfield High School. I'm gonna try to find out what is the situation with it right now. It's a used Chevy. Somebody donated it to the school. But me don't think it a drive right now. No Chevy, no used Chevy no come here and stand up, brother.
No. The roads in America, the American terrain is normally flat.
Yeah.
90% of it is flat.
And them have better road surface than us.
Yep.
So I agree with it, brother.
So the situation is this, that is a problem in its own. And I don't want some of these people to believe that those of us who are members and supporters of the People's National Party is against a rural bus system.
Hold on, Patrick Woodstock is saying him notice I don't read the comment. And that's why I have been imploring on Natalie to sit down in the studio when we are doing the show, and I will set up a mic for her and have her read through the comments so we can get more engagement for the people in the chat room. But she dep on the payroll already, so I don't understand how she mean it come with a cost and she dep on the payroll. Patrick, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. Yeah, Perry.
She needs to come in there for real.
Yeah, man. She need to sit down in the studio, read the comments. So after I take a call, she look on the relevant comment. Me get a microphone. If she don't want to come on camera, she don't have to be on camera. But the people here are reading, so we more engage the people in the chat room. Chat room crew are working it out. Because you hear she start about it come at her cause she's already on the payroll. Perry, thanks for the call, my brother.
All right, wait.
Big up.
Never touch back me a video, so take some more calls.
Yes. Caller, thanks for holding. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Caribbean Radio HD. We have our next 12 minutes left on Caribbean Radio. Talk to me.
All right. Mr. Bell, good evening.
Welcome to the show.
All right, brother. All right. There's a saga going around right now with the school bus system.
Yeah, it's everybody I talk about. And nobody not talk about the dead baby them. Because me hear Darrell say people are politicize the children. But Darrell, you must remember that you don't politicize the dead baby, you know. Till Andrew hear them a cry, you know. What you talking about, Darrell? Darrell, you know say you're bad mind more than every other politician we know. You're the most bad mind politician. That's why you talk about it so much. Because you don't want nobody look for you. Hello. You talk about people are politicized children. You forgot when Andrew hear the dead baby them a cry? And what you do? Go ahead, caller. You talk. Let me stop.
Yeah, talk about dead baby right now. Because dead baby dead every day at hospital. You see?
Talk to me.
Baby dead every day at hospital. So no change about that. You understand? In a portion of time, I know been dead in a Horace Ferguson. And that Horace Ferguson 10 years same way.
Yeah, no, but hold on. Hold on a little bit.
Really?
Hold on. Because things have to go in context. When Fenton Ferguson was Minister of Health, 18 baby died in a 4-month period in about 4 different hospitals.
Not like that, but I'm on that, man. I'm on that, Mr. Bell.
Tell me how much then, no?
I'm more than that, man. I don't really remember the figure, but I'm more than that.
No, hold on. Me I go prove to you. Me I prove it to you. You know, come here and tell no lie and get to it. You know, come here and tell no lie and get to it. Me want to know, say, when you come over here, you must talk truth. Because the truth we are deal with. So, right now, me I go play Andrew Holness. I tell you how much baby dead. So, you must understand. That is truth we talk about over here, saying. That we focus on. Just the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Me I make you go and talk till me put it where you go. And then me I go play it for you. So say what you say.
Yeah, man, what me I say, I know, I'm not talking about the school business. So what you say now, out of the taxi and the bus, then which one you feel the more feasible and more appropriate?
All right. Let me tell you, one, you don't have enough bus to move all of the children.
Yeah,
to
that's
get
a fact.
To get
But you
away.
have to, but you have, no, you have to start somewhere.
Hold
You
on.
have to start
Hold on.
somewhere.
If you ask me a question, you have to give me a chance to answer.
Yeah, but you tell me already say you don't want much bus.
Yeah, but then so why you want cut me off? What I'm saying.
Man, nobody, man. You're a reason, man.
What I'm saying to you, both things. You see the plan with the PNP have and the bus system. You see together.
Yeah,
it would be a perfect combination. And that's why I said to the people, say, vote for the PNP. Because the buses are here already. So the bus system have to work. And then the PNP offer that system, them have to make that work. So you see with the bus system and the PNP system, you're going to have a perfect combination. You know the problem?
You want to go with the bus. You with the bus and the taxi man, them, you know.
Hold on a little bit. I don't want to break your thought. Hold on. I want you to listen to Andrew Wellness. Listen to this. Listen to this.
This government does not hear about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, saying, why did the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the incompetent of this government. 18 babies have died.
How much him say?
You don't need to pass the law.
All right.
You don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate
real
care and concern for the children of this nation. All you need to do is to fire the Minister of Health.
All right. So you hear what I'm saying?
I hear when you say 18. That means you're wrong.
The man said 18. 18. Then 18. How much?
18 he said. And you say 8.
Me say 18, brother. What a week. Hey, all labor right lies, man. Oh, no lies, man.
So you say 18. I heard 8. All right, so you say 18, you're right.
Jesus Christ. No,
sir. Yeah.
No, sir. On a dangerous, you know.
So we are there now. Me ask you now. But me tell you something about the school bus, about them taxi man, you know. And them other people picking, adapt people picking it. And them carry people picking it. I roadside go, you know, them, when them pack up in the bus, the young girl, them the gun man.
Don't move. Hold on.
No, man.
Hold on, man. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Colin.
Hold on, Junior. May I come back to you? Hold on.
All right.
Yes, my brother. Finish up.
Yeah. When you say no, at the same taxi man, them about a secretary
listen, caller, may I stop you?
Same taxi man, them play the loud music, them.
Caller.
Caller.
No, man, I don't want to hear that, man. I'll tell you why I don't want to hear that. The GLP has been in power from 2016. From 2016 till now, the taxi man, them are carry the people them go to school and the bus man them. We want to find now for your disrespect taxi man, so. Eh? So hypocritical. Where were these buses in 2016? Where were they in 2017, 18, 19, 20, they not go much on 2021, 22, 23, 24. We ain't at 25 you know. Yes, there are some bad taxi men, but who are you all to come now ready to throw all taxi operators and small bus operators and down a big old and down a whole bus them? Who are you? And then we don't have enough bus to carry all of the people them if September morning all the other taxi men and busmen say them not carry them. We don't have enough bus to carry them. We don't need to calm down and stop disrespect people and stop politicize education. People want to know all the while that we mustn't politicize these things. And here we don't know because people are questioning the old bus. We're not ready for throw taxi men under them. Come on, man. Talk to me. Hello? Junior?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
All right.
when you go to insure a vehicle or left-hand drive, the insurance company charge you more.
Is that true? Me not sure.
Yeah, may I tell you? It happened to me. Right? The second thing, when you have an older vehicle, the insurance, the examiners do a more thorough.
Yes.
Before they certify the vehicle.
That is true.
Right. Now, is anybody from the department that deal with examination when to get to check these buses out? I'm not sure.
I would think so because I see a fitness for the one where I'm 16 years old. I saw the fitness and the registration for that bus.
The other thing to Colin, I can tell you, a coaster is easier to drive than that bus.
Long time, of course. No, the bus have a long piece at the back there, you know, where if the driver and have experience, it will cause trouble. It will lick at the vehicle when it come around the corner, the tail swing way out, you know. Because
Colin,
it have a whole heap of hang off behind the back wheel.
Colin.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I had a F-150 truck. And when I was going to sell that truck, people come and look on the truck, try and drive it and put it down. Them can't drive it. Because I left-hand drive stick shift. Right?
Yeah.
Them can't manage it. So the bus is a longer vehicle than the truck.
Yeah,
and
man.
if them can't manage the truck, how they going to manage that bus?
Yeah,
the other thing.
No, I have faith in our Jamaican drivers. You will find drivers will drive them comfortably. Yeah, man. Man, I'll drive them, man, and drive them.
Yeah, but the point of the matter now, Colin, is that you'll find drivers who are capable of driving it, but it's easier to find a man that can drive a coaster.
Long time, of course. But Junior, I'm not make no apology. We shouldn't buy no old bus. Government not buy old bus. Hold on, Junior. Hold on. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hold the call for all the line are coming right back. I'll finish up with Junior and come back to you. Turn off the instrument in the background. Yeah. Yes, Junior.
Yeah, the other thing too.
Yeah.
You have some airplane corner in Jamaica. The bus can't go around there.
Well, them are going to send certain bus.
The bus is designed. The bus can't make the corner.
No, the
you
bus
have a corner where you come down from Malvern to come down to Santa Cruz. There was C corner. It can't make. You have another corner when you leave from Troy to go down to Balaclava before you reach Actung Bedi. The bus can't make that corner. So the whole idea don't make sense.
Let me tell something to you though, Junior. Certain buses are going to go on certain route. Right? The longer bus is not going in a certain place. So they will keep the longer buses on certain route to ensure that them can maneuver that route. So I don't have a problem with the size of the buses. Because if you buy some new bus and them that long, we'll use them. But the old bus, we shouldn't buy them. Junior, I'm taking the next call here.
All right, take it easy, cool.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show, live on Caribbean Radio.
Man, brother, good evening.
My day, man.
Hey, boy, just here talk to the Virgin man. Why I don't understand why we people so hypocritical, you know.
You know, see him have to take for himself. Oh, you come cost tax him man now.
Total hypocritical argument in my compound. I just further said more. Furthermore, I just said to him, all these years we have these taxis and bus operators carrying these kids. But nobody did not see the concern to say they need a school bus system. Why now?
Yeah, 2 months before election now, you have to throw the taxi man them on
Why
the old
now?
bus. Come on.
Yeah, because the thing is, remember, most of the time, you know, brother, so my time parents have me hear somebody say to them, we're having a conversation, you know. Parents could literally go to a taxi man and say, oh, me not get paid till the end of the month.
Yeah, whole heap of trust in one. Right, that's so, brother.
Pick up my daughter, my son, and look at the end of the month, then get paid.
Right, that's right there. Right, that's right.
And I'm going to talk about now they want disrespect bus and taxi driver. You know much year for taxi man and bus driver to most of them parents and they were here.
Brother, you hear the ungratefulness in their voices.
We Jamaicans too. We only see which power we can step, you know.
Yeah, man. My
We
open
not
view.
think about the possibility when we're there behind a closed door.
And then, and not even some new bus them by, you know. Where you can say, boy, for the next 7 years, we know say we have them bus. That's a whole bus. We can't give you 3 years in a brother. Little more.
I know where I talk about because you want me there in a system and you know much week, at least twice per week, my son bus get brought down. See him bus them when they have. I mean, I say see them road up here equipped for you know. At least twice per week, you know. 2 days out of 5, you know. My son has to get an alternative bus for our school.
All right, brother. Big up yourself. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man. All right. Bless you.
All right. I had a caller holding. Yes, caller. Good evening. Welcome. Turn off the television or whatever you're listening on in the background. Caller, you're on now, but if you are listening to the radio or the television in the background, it will throw you off. Yes, caller. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hello, good evening. All right, so I'm just cut off everybody. Hello, good evening. Yes, you are here with me now? To the radio and the television, the Ontario, you can't listen to the television and talk to me upon the phone. It'll throw you off big time.
Hello.
Why? He realized him me I talk to as him say hello, me cut him off. Sorry about that. Call me back from Ontario, but you have to turn off your television. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Good evening.
Yes, Colin, can you hear me?
Yeah, man, but turn off the TV in the background. Mute the TV.
Yeah, man, I did. I did. TV turned
right.
off. I just got a quick question for you, my man. Good show, by the way. Good show.
Thank you.
As a returning resident, or as a Jamaican, you're allowed to bring in a certain year-old car.
You're allowed to bring in one vehicle.
Yeah, but what? 2 years old?
No, man. I think it can be older than that if you are a returning resident. I don't remember the year, but there's a provision made for a returning resident. So, like if you have your vehicle for a long time, I think you can carry a vehicle that is older than if you're buying a new vehicle.
Yeah, maybe like a collector's item. But I'm talking. Let's say I live in Jamaica and I want to bring in a car.
You are allowed one vehicle duty. I don't know if it's duty free or something like that. But returning resident, there's a provision for returning resident to bring a vehicle into the country.
Yes, I get that, Colin. But let me just zero in on this one. The government is now bringing in these buses, I don't know, 12, 13, 14-year-old buses.
Well, the one I showed is 16 years old.
No Jamaican can bring in a 13, 14-year-old car.
No, but you can bring in a 15-year-old truck.
Oh, I got you. Anyways, I love your show, my man. Love your show. Keep doing good work.
Thanks for the call. Bless up.
All right, my brother. Good.
Man. The age of truck is different from the age of cars. So you can bring in a older truck than the car. So I think truck, I don't remember if the truck them gone up to 20 years. No, don't remember, but I know trucks are old. You can bring in a whole truck. Yeah? So somebody's saying buses with 100,000 miles or more are common. But what? The average price for a used school bus within the 100 miles or more can range from 3,000 to 25,000 depending on the year condition and feature. Factors like age, mileage, maintenance, history, and any modification or features like wheelchair lift, air condition will significantly influence the final price. So I would have loved to see all of the documentation. The price what we get for them bus, me not comfortable with it. I am not comfortable with paying an average $4 million for one of them old bus. And me I defend the comrade leader upon this. The comrade leader said the bus them all, and you could have vexed till your boss, like he boss, pun intended, and you go buy all bus, the bus them all. Vex all you want. Okay, you're going like you want control people. Like you think you can tell people what you think. Or you can show me all bus and tell me say they're new. What do you know, man? What is wrong with you now? The money not spend good. $1.4 billion. If you give me that, me give 100 new coaster. Brand new. And if you didn't even use it and give it 80 new coaster, would I feel better? Would I feel much better? You don't need no bus in St. Catherine, Kingston and St. Andrew. Yeah? And St. James. So each parish could I get 10 coaster comfortable. Each parish, me say, could I get 10 coaster buses comfortably. JUTC already cover St. Catherine, Kingston and St. Andrew and Montego Bay. So St. James would have a whole with whether Montego Bay. Yeah? And each parish get 10. Or if you want to say, all right, give each parish 7. Maybe you could have worked it that way then. Not? But you cannot be the government and go buy a left-hand drive bus. That shows say you not even operate within your own guidelines of the country. If you buy one specialized vehicle, a one-of-a-kind specialized vehicle, and it only come in a left-hand drive, I can understand. Government shouldn't buy left-hand drive garbage truck. You shouldn't buy left-hand drive ambulance. You shouldn't buy left-hand drive cars for police. Government shouldn't buy left-hand drive bus for carry school children. Government shouldn't do that. I tell you. I want people can challenge that. Someone are going like on a clown. Wrong are wrong. And right are right. There are certain things that government mustn't do. I have some clown I can tell me about if I don't use car, me drive. What you mean? Me drive, use car, me a government? Me have no obligation to carry people on road in my vehicle. Me not load up my vehicle. My vehicle is a 7-seater. I don't even know if I've ever carried 7 people in it 2 or 3 times. I think maybe 1 or 2 times.
Brother.
What one, my brother? Them I get me vex.
No, man, tell you today they got me vexed. I was on different.
Me or the minister say him get miserable. Minister, sit down.
No, listen to, let me tell you something.
Move you make.
When you have some people who have them substance abuse issues speaking out, don't really listen to them. Yeah? Because I wasn't certain if the minister was sober. If the minister was sober when he was presenting.
No, don't ascribe no motive here.
I'm saying I don't know if he was sober and having had some Johnny Walker the night before. Because his presentation is absolutely ludicrous. Nobody who is sober would come to a country and tell a country it's going to spend $1.4 billion to import buses that are more than 10 years old. You must be on some other substance other than what normal people would be on. And you know what is crazy about the whole thing, Colin? Right? This guy's saying that their program, that is only going to move 4,000 people, yeah, is better than the PNP's proposal, which the PNP is proposing for the same amount of money for 20,000 students.
But where Jamaica is right now, Ed boy, me love the fact that some buses are here and 100 buses will be here. So the people of Jamaica should get the best of both worlds. The people of Jamaica should get a school bus system and get the subsidy system. So I hope the PNP, I hope when the PNP win, they don't draw back and say we never planned for the bus, so we have to go use the bus, so we can't do this. No, we want both. And don't buy no more all bus.
Here the challenge that you have with that, Colin. Here the challenge that you have with this. The minister has purchased an old bus individually, individual purchase price at 87,000 USD, which is almost equivalent to if he had purchased a new bus.
Well, I know you get 87,000 for one bus.
So break down 100 bus for 1.4 billion.
Hold on. 87,000, how much Jamaican? 12.7? You may be right.
It's almost 14 billion. Almost 14 million, sorry.
Hold on. Because one of the bus work out to 12.7, almost 12.8 million Jamaican. So if you do 12.8 million.
No, Colin, you do it easier than that, man. You're going to confuse yourself. Huh?
77,500 US. They're paying for one of the bus.
So somewhere around that, 77, 78. Let's say 77, 78. No, Colin, you know, I don't know if you know, but on the market, right? If they were to go to the suppliers in Belgium that we had the contract with the KUTC, right?
Yeah.
They would have had less in terms of the age. The buses would have been less older, and they would have almost equate to far way less than what they have spent for this. Per unit for the old bus them.
I agree. I totally agree that the money could have been better spent. Not just by
government spend. Daryl said they spend 77,000 USD per the bus. But our information is saying these buses are being sold as a result of the instructions of the U.S. State Department on Travel. Yeah, the U.S. Department on Travel. So I want to make this clear, right? Now, what I'm seeing happening now is essentially they're taking Jamaica to be a dumping site. Yeah, but also, Mr. Vaz, who is making the excess in this on these buses? Who is making the excess?
That's why I want to know who is the supplier, who bring in these buses, who is the supplier. You see,
because if our information is saying, let's give and take. They're saying that the buses are sold between 2,000 and 5,000 USD in the United States when they retire them, right?
No, man.
If that is the case,
they can sell dearer than that. But we need to see the documentation for where them want and where them buy them for. The document must
Colin,
come to the fore.
We should never have been here. We shouldn't be having a discussion about a damn old bus.
That is true. And government not supposed to be buying all bus.
We shouldn't be having this discussion. We shouldn't. And I'm telling you, the minister is... Because the minister must explain to us, it is quite strange that a personal friend of his who is involved in the motor vehicle industry was given this contract to bring in these buses. Yeah, and the minister is hell-bent. Why now our poor people pick me? The poor youth them from Upper Buff Bay Valley, the poor youth up at Berrydale who want running taxi, or the youth of Rural Hill. We want why aren't these people sufficient enough for us to put 1.4 billion to give poor people picnic? Yeah? We're not saying it's going to be for free for all. There's certain standards that these operators, there's certain codes. If they do, for example, if you're a known traffic violator, to hell you're not going to carry nobody.
Because as I said earlier, Ed Boy, it could be a card system where you get the child get like a debit card. So any taxi operator who want to participate, have to go sign up, get him machine. And that is when you do the fit and proper to show that a man with 100 tickets can't get into the system.
Can't go in the system.
Exactly. But hold on, I want to read this from Christopher Campbell. Chris is saying, I bet you any money within the next 6 months, this experiment is going to cost 3 times more than what they would be than what they will park in Woodland.
Yeah, but the idea of this, and let me tell you something. I am somebody who is advocating for less involvement of government in certain things. And if it is that the country have the money, and the country said this is the route we're going to identify the 20,000 students who want the help. What is wrong with having our guys in Oraka Bessa and in Galena and in Port Maria and in Stuart Town and up in the hills of Gale. What is wrong with allowing these operators who, by the way, sometimes the children don't come on their vehicle and they don't have no money and then left them a road, Colin? Yeah?
You don't not left
They're
them.
not.
They're not going to leave them. Some of them just ride for the month. Some taxi men get paid at the end of the month.
Yep. And so I'm saying this is an opportunity for $6.2 billion over a 5-year period to be spent amongst our taxi operators. Do you know the local economic impact with a slow and dormant and stagnant economy that these two proposals from the PNP would have in the rural areas? The school feeding program and the rideshare program would translate an average over, and let me say it again, over close to $2.5 billion in funds flowing through our rural communities on an annual basis.
Them man under the them don't believe in growing the farmers in the community. They don't believe in the people in the community who work hard, that they should get a break. They don't believe in them. For 9 years.
No, the JLP has never believed in poor people, sir.
For 9 years, these people have been carrying our children to and from school. Yes, we have had some incidents. Yes, you have some bad apple in there. But you can't throw all of them under the bus now because you have 2 old bus.
But why you want them carry your voters? If they're not good for carry your picnic, they're not good for carry your voter. And I'm saying to the people of Western St. Mary and Portland and even St. Thomas and St. Ann.
Hold on, I want to read a message before it go away. If the PNP win, they must focus on governance as a top priority. Fix the loopholes, for example. Allow the Auditor General to inspect at any time, kind of like a concession here. I hear you. Go ahead, Edward.
Yes, I'm saying that the operators should reject this because this is being prejudicial towards the operators. But look at this. When the PNP has always been at the cusp of solving Jamaica's issue. In the early 90s, we never had a proper structured program for dealing with tourists. You remember?
Yeah.
And then Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, I think at the time it was Aluna Samba who was at the Ministry of Tourism.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what they did was to carve out a special licensing program where it gave Juta operators the right to own their vehicles and to carry tourists and to be protected.
Yes.
And that has become the Juta industry. So
Yes.
what we can give some taximen and busmen the opportunity for them to now build an industry that will eventually become the school transportation industry of the country because we can go everywhere. Government can be involved in everything.
Ed boy, there are people right now who are investing in taking children to school, buy the bus them just to carry the pin them go to school. We have to encourage.
I know a lot of operators like that in Clarendon.
We have to encourage more of that. Okay?
But Colin, how are we going to grow our local economy and develop our local economy if projects like these don't go back to spending among the people? Remember what President Biden was saying when he became president, you know? He said if you're going to build back an economy stronger, you must start at 2 base: transportation and infrastructure.
Definitely.
Yeah? If you want to, remember, you know, you can't be an effective country if you can't move goods and people on time, you know. Yeah? Anyway, my brother,
little
you
more.
Know go.
Yeah, man.
Little more.
Yes,
Yeah,
man. Please like up the video. We almost have 1,000 viewers and we only have 313 likes. Give me some likes on the video, please. Give me some likes. Give me some likes. Donna, why are you disrespecting your fellow men? Show man, you come back.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Me send you something by your WhatsApp, brother. Go by your WhatsApp as you say. Put it up on your TV.
I want that now.
Go by your WhatsApp, the brother.
All
by
right.
your phone WhatsApp.
All right. Him say me fi go up on my WhatsApp. Me not put nothing on screen till me see. You know me better than that. You know me better than that. I watch our man send, you know. This. Not even send it good. I have to copy it. And paste it back here so it can open. So, what is Showerman send me? Mr. Oh, please. Showerman. I see him all boss them here show me. I not endorse no all boss. I am saying to you and all Jamaicans that the government blunder in buying used bus to carry our children. Hold on the caller. I said it before. Government not to buy used vehicle. The government of Jamaica shouldn't buy a left-hand drive ambulance, shouldn't buy a left-hand drive police vehicle, shouldn't buy a left-hand drive fire truck, shouldn't buy a left-hand drive school bus. Yeah? Shouldn't buy a left-hand drive garbage truck. The government should not be doing that. We are a country. We drive on the left. Our steering wheel must be on the right. Go ahead, caller.
Good evening, Mr. Colin.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call. Mm-hmm. But I am here looking at the sunset, listening to your program, which I always enjoy and keep silent. But you know what? I am bewildered knowing that I am a born Jamaican and I invest in Jamaica, especially in the taxi world. And I'm heartbroken to know that all these years, this is the only transportation support that all Jamaicans have. Whether the Prime Minister now, down to the highest to the lowest. And for example, in country, the only how I can assist a young man who dropped out of school or did not get a chance to go to school is by buying a car, giving them to go on the road to make a living, to stay away from all the negative surrounding. And for people to not consider that, especially the poorer people, and this is what I can understand, the poorer people in Jamaica, they just spend their time on destroying their fellow man. And I do not see how a person can go against taximan getting any sort of benefit at all in the country. You want to know how much money I spend per year for insurance, for license, for ticket, for all that. And the benefit that I will get back now, if I am ever going to get it, why would that be a bad thing? I mean, taximan contributes so much to Jamaica. In fact, one of the main employment in Jamaica and revenue generator is taxi. And it go around in a circle, and it's what keep most community in the country going from day to day by dropping partner, by keeping round robin, by sending their kids to school. But that's their survival.
Yes. Yes.
And I am like dumbstruck. Taxi man in Jamaica, I mean, yes, bad things happen. Even in heaven, bad things happen because the devil did what he did in heaven. So it's not going to be perfect. But majority Jamaicans, taxi man, that's their only way of life. And a young person leave out of school, multiple young guys, their start, I give them a start by that. And today they own their own car and they can properly take care of their family.
Yes.
And they contribute so much. Taximan contributes so much to Jamaica. People don't really
it's taximan
pay attention to the contribution.
It's the taximan that hold up the economy right now. Remember them owe the taximan, hold on. Remember them owe taximan a 16% fare increase, you know. If that ever drop now, the whole economy tear up, you know. And taximen are holding it, you know. I hold it. Edgerton Newman sell them out, you know. And give them increase that was guaranteed to them. Remember the whole of them, you know, between Darrell and Nigel Clark, said them all get the 16% and him give a date. And then them come back, come beg taximen And before Edgerton Newman meet with the taxi man them, he make decision back at the man them back. And can't get the 16% now. And now they want to come disrespect taxi man.
Look at it. $1 billion the government owed to pay back. Which industry in Jamaica produce so much money? I mean, give the government that to use to do business or to run the country. One single car, one of my car I just work on this week. And it cost me $250,000. And it's not an old car. But because of the road. The road in Jamaica.
Them old bus here, now go manage. And me attack it on public. Me attack it in this
let me tell you about the old bus now. About the old bus. There is no way a government should take people taxpayer money and buy old bus. Those old bus, sir, is going to cost the next 2 years, if they last so long, they are going to cost actually more you pay for the bus. You should not here, where I am now, you have so much bucks, I can ship out 50 bus to Jamaica, 50 old bus.
Yeah.
Because after they reach a certain age, it's done.
They're not efficient.
It's going to cost too much for maintenance.
They are no longer efficient. Yeah?
It's not efficient of a bus. It's in the first 6 to 7 years of its life.
People like Hakeem Evans need to go get him head wash out. Because obviously, Chichi, I eat out your brain because you can't see for yourself and understand that your taxes are going down the drain. You can't understand that we have a government that is so corrupt that it is costing us over $120 billion annually. That's the price of corruption. If we ever search them bus here, we might realize that what is spent to bring in them bus here and what people are get off it, you're going shock. Carla.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but guess what? That's a fact. Because if one jail is overrun by so much, can you imagine 100 bus?
Little more. 110.
All right, cool.
Little more. All right, that's the thing there. You now see it. When new buses are bought, it will be more transparent. You can't see through this. Tell Darrell to call me, make me interview him and ask him the questions. Can nobody not ask him no question today? Because you keep it a tone where the people them not understand. How much somebody knows say a 2 man if you drive the bus? Because you don't want it to be as safe as possible. And I say yes. So you have 2 men in the front, one with the steering wheel and one sitting over the next side. Government shouldn't buy left-hand drive vehicle unless it's one of a kind. It must be an exceptional reason for the government of a country go out there and buy left-hand drive used bus. Let me thank everybody this evening. We were supposed to have Michael Phillips. I was calling him, but I wasn't getting him. So I apologize for that. But thanks to everybody in the chat room who chime in. And as I say, I'm going to set up a system that will read more of the messages in the chat room and engage you more. Thanks, everybody. Like up the video before no left now. Right now, me have 930 odd people on the platform. And me only have 394 like. You don't like the show? Like up the show, man. Big up on yourself. Thanks, everybody. This has been the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday. We're going to be with you live tomorrow evening again, right here on Portland Spice TV and Caribbean Radio HD. Yes, man. Share up my channel now. We are trying to get 6,000 subscribers. So I beg you now, share up the channel to all of the people I'm in contact. One love. Join me tomorrow evening. More teaching. Blessings. And go watch the Ralston Iman video if you never watch it yet about the Jamaican economy. The fake economy exposed by Ralston Iman. And also there's a video with Dr. Fenton Ferguson talking about his time at the wicket when 18 baby died. They politicize it. Now 24 dead and them don't want nobody talk. Bless up my people. Tomorrow evening. One love.